Definitely, what they are trying to do is hitting on the credibility of the government and Lebanese economy. Um, the entire mentality of the suggested plan is a liquidation mode plan, while it should be an ongoing concern. Now, the hitting on the constitutional assets of the government and the decisions of the constitutional council is really hitting on the credibility of the government in the future. This will consume the ability of the country to attract investors. The weird thing is that the government, who is the main responsible of the crisis, have not been contributing any money to the depositors and to the banks. They're throwing the responsibility and the liability only to the banks and depositors, while the government is the main beneficiary of the crisis. The government has a total debt of $90 billion between LBP and dollars, and the government had salaries of the public sector of $8 billion. Now it's $2 billion. So they eliminated their debt. They eliminated the servicing of the debt, the interest rate, where it used to be in the budget around $7 billion, now zero. So the government is totally conflicted with the crisis. What the government is doing is they are designing a law that suits the government at the expense of the entire economy and the expense of depositors. If they are going to go in this through this path, they will kill the banking sector entirely, and some banks have 80 years old and they have experience with their customers, and the banks employ around 13,000 families in Lebanon. So by doing that, they will kill any potential of kicking off the economy, because there is no economy without banks. Number two, they will kill the hope of the depositors and the trust in the government and the banking sector, which will have its effect over many decades in the future. Any attempt of doing that and trying to putting or introducing new banks, this means, first of all, I don't believe that this is possible, because you cannot do it while you have $83 billion of the existing deposits in local banks. So this needs to be compensated. And if you are going to make all the banks bankrupt, these depositors will go to hell, and they will not get any penny from their deposits, especially the depositors who have $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, which are usually in all economies, they are the core of the depositors and the core of the banking system. Of course not, because any penny of equity to be introduced to the banks while they have such kind of liability in the future to pay off the depositors, no investor, I can assure you that no investor, whether an old investor, owner of the bank, or new, will put any penny in an equity where he knows from now that in case he generates profit, this profit will go to settle old depositors. Therefore, any logical investors will not put any equity in any bank, and therefore the banking sector will stay in a situation where there is no capital in the banking sector, and therefore the economy will not kick off. The people who are writing this law, they are not aware what they are doing. They are killing any potential future economic growth in Lebanon.